story that I don't really love to remember, but this is a very memorable moment from the year 2025. Let me tell you guys all about it. I am at chess club and I am playing chess against everybody, guys. I felt like I had the strongest week, okay? I met with my chess coach. I studied so much stuff on my own that week. Like, I was in my bag that particular week. So when I got to chess club, I'm like, you know what? I'm playing all 10-minute rapid games and I'm going to practice all the things that I've been working on. And guess what? I am ready to go. There was a new player who attended chess club and he literally just destroyed me. I'm talking about destroyed me, like 15 games straight. It turned out he was a 1900 player, right? And at that time, again, I was like 1,000, 1,100 over the board, but he beat me like 15 games straight. Like, the thing that was so hurtful about it was at that time, I was feeling so confident in my chess career. I was feeling so, I was very well practiced with my coach, very well, practiced on my own. I was doing all the things, reading my books. I was like deeply in chess study. So that Wednesday, I felt very, very confident to go there and do my thing. However, this guy, he beat me like 15 games straight, and it was just brutal. It was so brutal because it wasn't just that he beat me 15 games straight. It was the way that he was beating me. He was beating me straight out the opening. Like, everything that I played, he had these weird lines for this crazy, like, he was killing me fresh out the opening every single game we played. And when I say it truly, truly hurt my feelings, because like the weekend prior, I had a chess tournament where I went 1-3. So I went 1 game out of 4 games, but I was okay with it because I played well. Everyone that I played was just much, much higher rated than me. A lot of them games I was not supposed to win, but I was proud of the way that I played. I knew 1 game, if I had a little bit more time, I would have won. I knew another game, I just overlooked something. So I wasn't too hard on myself about that particular tournament going 1-3 because I know that I played my best chess, right? And I know that those games, there was so much to learn from those games. Then I go to chess club after, so that game was played on, that tournament was played on a Saturday. Then I go to chess club the following week, and I have another tournament coming up at the end of that week, the next Saturday. So I already analyzed all my games from the 1-3 tournament, went over them thoroughly, took away all the major takeaways that I could, and then I go to chess club that week, and I'm ready to go because I went over my games. I've been studying, I've been prepping, I am ready to go. And I totally just get destroyed by this 1900 player. And y'all, it really hurt my feelings. Like, I was not okay. I didn't go cry in the car. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't about to cry in the car. You gonna cry in the car?
You gonna cry in the car?
I didn't cry in the car or nothing, but I was really pissed off because it was the way he beat me. He was just, I couldn't even get a decent game. He was so much higher rated than me at that time. At that time, I'm clearly not the player that I am now because I ended up, these days, I get better games against him. We haven't seen each other in tournament play. We haven't played a lot of casual games together lately. That night, man, it was just so brutal because he beat me every single game. But, shout out to me because I sat there and I took it. You know what I mean? I sat there and I took it. And the next day, I went on to chess.com. You guys already know. If I'm sad, if I'm angry, if chess is pissing me off, I go on chess.com and I play people and I make them feel my pain. The next day, I went on chess.com. I was doing well, but then I started losing. And I remember that day, a real tear actually came down my eye. Like, I actually got really upset because now, I just lost to this guy yesterday. Now I'm on chess.com trying to take my frustration out. But I'm so hurt about yesterday that I can't even focus on today. I lost a couple games chess.com. I literally unplugged my computer. I was so upset. I did not play chess for 2 days after that. Like, I really did not. I was so pissed off. Then I had a tournament that week coming up. Now, mind you, before I played in the club game against this player, I was feeling so good. Yes, I just went 1-3 in that tournament from last weekend, but I played really well against these strong players. So I took away a lot of good things. So I was really proud of myself for that tournament. Then I play this guy. Now I'm pissed. Like, wait, do I know anything about chess? I'm not sure. Then I play on chess.com the next day and I lose. Now I'm super pissed. And then I got a tournament coming up that weekend. I didn't play chess like maybe a day or two after losing on chess.com. But guess what? I still got a tournament this upcoming Saturday. And then that tournament, I was so still in my head about everything that went on this week leading up to that tournament. I couldn't even focus on my tournament. I was just second guessing myself about everything. My confidence was just really low as it related to chess. So like playing in that tournament that weekend, I went 1-3 again. And that time I was not 1-3 and okay with it, because I wasn't like 1-3 and I played well. I was 1-3 because I was so hung up on losing to that 1900 player 15 times. I was not happy with my tournament performance at all, because it wasn't a result of playing good chess or playing my best chess. It was a result of being in my feelings or in my head, or however you want to say it, about losing 15 games to 1900 players. So I don't know. I mean, some people say, you know, every high-rated chess player that I talked to about it, they all said they went through the same thing. My coach said that he used to have to play the guys that was much better than him at a certain time in his career. And like every high-rated chess player has gone through what I seem to have gone through that day. But that was the first time that I was genuinely hurt. I never thought about quitting chess, but I was genuinely hurt because I was just getting torched, and there was like, I felt like there was nothing I could do about it. By like game 10, I'm not even thinking no more. I'm just like, he's gonna crush me, I guess. And when you get to that point, you should just resign. You shouldn't stop playing. I learned that lesson too. Like, if a player is just beating me 5, 6, 10 games straight, I told myself after that night, if a player beats me more than 3, 4 times straight, I'm done. I'm good. I'm not playing them no more. But then my coach said, no, you got to keep playing them, because that's how you learn. That's how you get better. But if they're beating me the way he was beating me, like, I can't even think. I'm not even thinking and I'm getting crushed. I'm not about to keep playing that play. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because then you got a tournament coming up and you can't even focus on your tournament. But, you know, I recovered. That tournament, I went 1-3. I was not happy about that 1-3 tournament because, again, it was not a result of good play and just losing to people who were better than me. It was actually just a result of being super sad about what happened with that club player who beat me multiple, or not club player because he played in tournaments as well, but it was a result of what happened that day at club chess, and I just could not refocus on the tournament. So no, that did not make me happy. I didn't learn much from that tournament or anything. It was just a very, very bad tournament, and I was just so done with chess. I played that tournament on Saturday. Sunday I didn't play at all, which is not typical of me. My coach, just meeting with him that next Monday and, you know, going over games with my coach, you know, he has a really, really good way of making everything fun and, you know, not letting me stay too down. And in fact, very, very inspirational. Like, you know, you got a tournament coming up. What you playing this weekend? What you going to do this weekend? And making me look forward to the next tournament. So I got over it in a given amount of time, but yeah, I got beat by a 1900 player multiple times. It was absolutely brutal. So I recommend to anybody who's getting, well, I don't recommend much. I know for myself, I told myself, if a person is beating me 3, 4, 5 times straight, I'm just not going to play them any. I'm just going to play somebody. Like, I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not going through that because it was too much. It was just, I was under the impression that I didn't know how to play chess anymore as a result of losing to that guy so many times. So for me, yes, I will still play strong players that's stronger than me, but like if I'm just like I think at that time maybe I just really didn't know what I was doing. I don't think he could beat me like that today. Like if you could just stop my pieces from moving right now today, then yeah, I won't play you. I just got some studying to do. I'll be back though, you know. So if I'm losing 3, 4, 5 games right out the opening like how I did to him, yeah, okay, great game, but I got some studying to go do. If I can't get out the opening, that ain't even a he's so good problem. That's a me problem. And guys, this is just me sharing some of the most memorable, you know, experiences of 2025. And all of this stuff has contributed to the player that I am now. I am very, very highly doubtful that a person can just crush me out the opening the way he did, and I can't get out the opening at all, for white or black. That's just nonsense. I don't see that happening. Right now, January 2026, I'm a much better player than I was. And also, I just don't see that happening. I know too much about opening principles these days to not be able to get out the opening. If he is beating me pretty bad in January 2026 and moving forward, I might know a little bit quicker and a little bit faster what to do better and what to fix than I did at the time that he beat me 15 games straight. So January 2026 and going forward, I do not believe like a situation like that happens to me. Not to say that I can't lose to the same player 15 games straight, because I'm sure right now if I played a 2600 rated or 2500 rated player or somebody who's very much stronger than me, I can lose 15 games straight. But I am saying that I don't think I could lose 15 games straight in the way that I did when I lost 15 games straight to him, because it was just straight out the opening. All of a sudden, my pieces didn't. I mean, they just weren't moving correctly, and it definitely affected me for my tournament that came up the next weekend. So, if you're out there losing the higher rated players, ask yourself: is this something that I can fix right now as I'm sitting down at this table, or do I need to go study some more? And for me, that night, I needed to go study some more. And you guys will hear about when I finally beat this guy in a tournament one day, because I feel like in the year 2026, I will be paired against him at a tournament, and I will beat him one day. So, oh, and I had beat him before. Watch this video right here, where I got like a brilliant trick off, and I beat him. It was a trick, though. I was strategically lost. He went up a piece, but I was able to beat him, pull a trick from under my sleeve and beat this guy. So he is beatable. He is human. I just keep playing, keep working, keep studying. That's what I'm doing, so that we don't have, sessions like this where we lose multiple times. A player that's rated 800 points higher than you should beat you every game. However, it was the way in which I lost. That was my issue, and that is what had carried on. But I did get over it, because when I met with my coach the following week, it's always motivation, inspiration, and, the way that we approach the game, the way that he approaches the game and helps me to approach the game is very, very easy to just instantly be inspired and therefore motivated to play more chess and to play better chess. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.